Thank you all of you for being here. And Jinjin ko maine abhi tak namaste nahi kiya, so take this as my hello everybody and namaskar to everybody whoever has joined. Thank you so much for being here on this beautiful, sunny, bright Saturday. So before we begin, I think Darshana wanted to share some story of hers with us, as you know, we would want to listen to it. So Darshana, please take over.
Yes. Yes. Hello, everyone, and hello, pranam to Mima and Manipa, and all my dear MPFY family. I love you all. So this is a small experience which I just happened to me last week. See, I'm staying in the building, which I want to share with you. I just staying in my building on the second floor, and there is a neighbor staying just above me on the third floor. So what happened was that the AC water, he had that old dabba kind of AC, and so now it is so very hot. So 24/7, his AC water was dripping very badly, means lots of water was dripping, and my car was parked just down below car. And the worst part was the stains were not able to remove with any other solution. So it was very difficult when we were driving the car. We couldn't see anything because of that stains. So I messaged him with a very positive manner and also nicely, and with the positive solution also. But he just replied me very, very negatively and was not prepared to do anything at all. So but this somehow didn't react me at all. I was cool and calm. I was not feeling anything. Nothing happened to me. My heart was not hurt, or my mind also was okay. Nothing happened. And I just kept cool and calm. And then I thanked him. I blessed him, the health and happiness. And that's all. So with my surprise, the same evening, he met me. And he said that he told me that my personal AC guy is coming tomorrow and getting the work done. Next very morning, the work was done. So I was so thankful to him, to Mima also, to Manipa also, and also Divyaji, to keep my inner temple very still and not to have get affected by outside story. So this was so like a kind of.
So in this whole thing, for me, the miracle is not that the AC got repaired. For me, the miracle is that you were able to just be still, that it didn't impact you. That for me is the miracle. You managed to be in the space of joyfulness, irrespective of what is happening outside. So according to me, that is where the main miracle is.
Yes.
This frequency of ours, which is all about awareness and being able to shift to joyfulness, that is the frequency which attracts joyfulness from outside. And when joyfulness from outside happens, we call it miracles. But why is that happening? Because the joyfulness is inside. And that's all there is to it. So I'm so happy to hear about your miracle. And the miracle is all that you were able to stay calm and you were able to stay in joyfulness. All right. Wonderful, everyone. Thank you for being here. And now we begin with today's topic. Anybody else also, this is an open invitation. Whatever stories, if you have of miracles or if just of joyfulness, and you want to share how through aware consciousness you shifted your outcomes, we would be most happy to share it on this larger platform. All right. You know, there was a time when we used to do this. I used to hold a special session at some point in time that I would actually be asking each one, okay, let's talk about your miracles for the last 3 months. And then it was so funny because everybody had so many miracles to share. that session would go on for like 2.5, 3 hours and all. And then I stopped doing that session out of pure tiredness, saying, Acha, too many miracles are happening with people. But in any case, if anybody wishes to share anything, this is the most beautiful platform. And so please feel free to do so. And thank you so much for all the compliments that I'm getting on wearing the sari, because I said, all right, I always announce my sponsorship. So Abhilasha makes these saris and Abhilasha gifted it to me very recently. So I said, chalo, ab hum pehen ke baith jate hain yahan pe. So that's how it is. Well, wonderful. Thank you, everybody. And now to begin with the topic. So the topic for today, I almost forget what it is, but it is waiting for life to happen. And many of us manage to do that on a day-to-day basis whenever we are looking out into the future with something in mind that, oh, this is an outcome I would like to create. This is what I would like my life to be. This is what I would want in life. And so then we wait and wait for that day to happen. Many a times that day happens, and I will go into several examples. Many a times that day happens. It brings us a lot of joy. That particular day, that fulfillment of whatever we thought was going to be our lifetime achievement, when that happens, it brings a lot of joy to us. But you know what? We continue to keep breathing. And then there is the next day. And then there is the next day. And with each day, just a second, let me mute everyone. And with each day, we continue to live, and there will be new things that we'll find ourselves waiting for. The wait itself, is not about, sometimes it's not about actively doing something, but many times it is pushing for something to happen, wanting for something to happen, putting all your energies behind something to happen. When we are doing that with so much of intensity of desire, well, what is it that we are operating from? We are operating from lack. Will lack suddenly turn over to abundance? Well, sometimes it might, but those momentary states of abundance will simply just take you back to the one frequency that belongs to you. And that one frequency that belongs to you, that you have nurtured so much, is that of lack. And you will keep experiencing. Just give me a minute. Let me see where. Muting is to happen. Okay, Dipali Javeri. All right, muting again. Yes. So as this happens, as we continue to wait for things to happen, just a few days ago, and this is where the topic came from. Just a few days ago, somebody told me that they met with a person. That person has done the MPFI program recently. However, she has been trying for children for the last, 10 years or something. She has one child and she wants 2 more. And then she has been planning how those 2 will happen. She has been planning what all is needed to make that happen. And every single, moment she is planning for that. She's wanting that. And that is not happening. Can you only just imagine the extent of lack that is being created over there from moment to moment, from day to day? However, even in all of this, as she is waiting for a particular event to happen, what is happening in the current moment? What is happening? All the joy is sucked out of life. All the joy is sucked out of life only because you put so much of weightage on that one moment that will happen, that will bring you joy. How much joy will it bring you? One cannot really say, even if, in taking the case of this person, even if the 2 children are born exactly how she wants it to be, it will be a few moments. It will be a few moments, few months, maybe even few years of enjoyment. And then even in that place, what will she continue to experience? She will continue to experience what she is creating every single moment of this time while waiting for something to happen. Somebody a few days ago, there's a very beautiful soul out here who every Friday reminds me, in so many different ways as to I need to put out a topic for Saturday webinar. And that beautiful soul is Ruchi, and she makes all of us laugh because she'll have a new way of putting this request out to me. And I'm always forgetting, and through her, I'm reminded mostly of what the topic should be, etc., etc. But she, a few days ago, had asked for this topic on, ambition. She said, ambition, you haven't covered ambition. And I would, I've covered it many a times through many a different words, but even looking into ambition today, when you create an ambition today, what is it that you are waiting to do? You are waiting to fulfill that ambition. Whatever that ambition might be, you are going to wait for that to come true. And no matter what you receive in the meanwhile, you might not receive that which is your ambition, but you might receive many other things in the middle. And always your eyes will be towards that which is not so far been received, which you are still waiting for life to happen through that one single event. Even in ambition, that is what we tend to do. When we get the smaller things, instead of being fully immersed in them and fully enjoying them in the moment, we are able to say, this is very nice. This is amazing. This is great. But that but always exists when we are waiting for things to happen. And that but is what takes us into the future. And the future is not the moment of now. So we miss on so many places of joy, so many instances of joy, to be fully immersed in the joy as we simply wait for something to happen. Again and again, I point out that even, so let us say that, let us say you're looking for a professional ambition, and that's your, people have different ambitions. Some people have that they're growing two children and that their children should be successful. Some people have that ambition for themselves, oh, I should be successful. Some people have an ambition that, they should be a good parent. Even that's just an ambition, because they might do everything that they think is meeting that expectation and ambition. But the children that you have produced, those children have their own energy field, and you can think of yourself that, okay, I'm meeting my ambition every day. And suddenly, if you are coming from that space of doership, that it is me who is the parent, I'm doing this, I'm bringing up the children, one day suddenly your children will just get up and show to you that they come from their own energy space. And so to let go even of that ambition, that slightly, that slightly funny ambition, but I call it funny because we are in the role so much that it becomes part of our day-to-day living, that we have to be a good parent, we have to be this, and only to remember that in the energy space, you can only be what your energy is. And whatever you think you are giving to the other, whatever you think you are giving to the other may not be received by them if it is not in their energy space, or if they don't wish to grow it right now. That is why when somebody comes to me and says, your energies of abundance, and I say, yes, and I give them to you. I give them to you, but I don't put this outcome on each and every person, that everyone who comes to me has to receive what I have to offer. They might, through their awareness, receive what I have to offer, but over here, awareness is the main part. Awareness is the finger within to be able to see what are you operating from and what is it that you can receive if you become a little bit aware. And even, again, even awareness and unawareness are games that we play with ourselves. When awareness comes, we simply have a choice to look within. But when the awareness is not there, then all of these ambitions, these goals, and again, for even events to happen, many people who come to me, they're like, the ambition could be very, or rather the goal could be very, very pointed, saying, okay, this is the person I really want to marry. This is the person I want to marry. Or it could just be a broader one saying, I wish to get married, and this is my wish. And when this wish is created, initially it's just a wish. And if it doesn't find its fulfillment, then many a times it becomes this thing in life that is waiting to happen. And you are waiting for that to happen. And that is constantly going to occupy space in your mind, space in your heart, and not let you enjoy fully the moment that is now. And that is all there is to it. There is no tomorrow. There is nothing else around in the universe, in your universe and mine, except for the moment of now. And you are not living it fully because you are waiting for life to happen. This moment of now, this is the only one that you have. In the next moment, whether you and I will have a breath or not, who knows? But because we are waiting for something to happen, we don't fully inhale and exhale this moment, because our entire attention, or large part attention, is engaged in some imagination. It's imagination, it's imaginary. Whatever you are wanting is right now simply in your imagination. You can call for it through desperation, you can call for it through lack, it'll come. And whatever brings it to your space, that energy will continue to manifest. This is all that I have understood about energies that we are, and about how our universe plays out for us. It plays out for us not from what is happening outside, not from a goal, not from a fulfillment of an ambition that is outside, but simply being in the space of joyfulness, masti, or any other frequency that we choose to be. Whatever we choose to be, that is the moment, and that is the creation in the future as well. And so, waiting for life to happen. The one thing that also makes us wait for things to happen, and we keep planning and plotting about it, that would be when we have this beautiful frequency of revenge. Revenge, when we feel so hurt and so saddened by something and somewhere, somebody outside, that our entire energy is now all about, I need to take revenge. Maybe you are married and now you're going through a separation, and then you are so filled with anger towards that other person that this is the one thought that fuels you. This is the energy that fuels you day in and day out. And that energy is of revenge. Revenge is anger, extreme anger towards another. When it's extreme anger towards another, no matter what tools outside are growing it for you, but please understand that they are growing it for you. And so if you are in a place where revenge towards why a divorce, even it could be a colleague, colleague has put you down, and now he's got the promotion that you were waiting for, anything, and then you get into the space of revenge. And now everything else, all your moments of joy are going to be put to a halt, because your entire energy is focused on anger frequency. Every moment of yours is going to be lived in anger frequency, and every moment of yours is going to be created from the anger frequency. Whatever happens, even if you find that revenge, even if you are able to do so, what you will find, where did the revenge come from in the first place? It came from a place of hurt. You felt hurt, but again and again, I keep taking you to that place. Where is hurt created within us? The hurt is created within us when we have expectations from the outside. You have expectations, the hurt is going to be created. No matter what the hurt is, no matter what the topic is, if you are holding hurt within you, it is going to find an actor from outside to come and hurt you. And if you feel so hurt and if you feel so saddened with that experience, you might then become in that revengeful space. But to be able to understand that those are your creations, and whatever is your creation is going to play out for you from one moment to the next. And so being able to see that, are you putting your life on hold for any of these reasons? Do you have a goal out there in the future? Even the revenge becomes a goal. So any particular goal that you have out in the future is you waiting for life to happen. And as you wait for life to happen, this moment of joy is being transformed. This energy of joy that you could be in the moment is being transformed to your frequencies of lack, to your frequencies of anger, to your frequencies of hurt and sadness. And those are your frequencies. That's your energy field. What are you going to choose every moment to be living in the now, or to be able to release everything that you have put out for the future and only be here with the breath in the breath? This breath, what can you do? So many things, but most importantly, you can be thankful. You can be thankful for this breath. You can be thankful for everything that you already have, everything that you have already received in the universe. And in this moment, your life will be created in gratitude. This would be life happening right now. Because what is life? It could be anything. Life could be fear. Life could be anxiety. Life could be playing in any of those frequencies. But through awareness, we always bring the finger back within. I am thinking about the future, and I'm thinking of the future with so much anger. I'm thinking of the future, and I'm thinking of the future with so much lack, that this is not there and that is not there. And the future is going to provide it to me. Who knows what the future will provide? In this moment of now, are you able to see what you are providing to yourself in the now, in this moment? And so as we wait for life to happen somewhere in the future, we are only creating the more of the same. I think with this, the tiny little webinar on ambition got conducted. I hope Ruchi is here and listening, and she's got her answer for the word ambition, goal, and everything else that makes us want something in the future. And we might think, many people, when they look at ambition, and it's supposed to be a very, very positive word, that we have an ambition that fuels us, and then we work towards that ambition, and everything else becomes secondary. That's where the whole issue is, where I'm talking about today. Everything else becomes secondary, and you have a single pointed focus. And we meet with so many different people who make that as, I had a single pointed focus towards making this business come alive for me, and this is the single point focus, and I have made it come true. And we take aspirations from those statements, saying, okay, we need to have a single point focus in life. Well, if you are looking at a single point focus on something, I would simply just suggest that you have your single point focus on the moment of now. Because who is the future? What is the future? Even if you receive something and you say, okay, I achieved whatever there was to achieve, you will say that for a moment. But when you sit with yourself for the rest of the moments, what is your life giving to you is a sum total of the frequencies that you are carrying. And so when you put your focus only in the moment of now, and you live this fully with joy, with gratitude, with whatever it is that gives you, with whatever gives you masti, when you live this moment with masti, that is your most powerful creation for yourself, for your energy field. And that can be so easily. It just takes so little of awareness to bring the finger back within and to ask yourself, what space am I operating from? However, this job is every day, because, as I talk about expectations, and you create all your expectations, and then you kill all your expectations, and then you go out the back door and bring all of those expectations right into your fold again. And something else will happen to create a little bit hurt for you. And when the hurt is created, putting the finger outside saying, this hurt me, versus putting the finger inside saying, this is what I am carrying and I can release it. And that is where the difference is in being aware and not being aware. So there you go. The bath is every day. The process is every day. The looking within is every day. And you will find more and more you are beginning to live in the moment of now. How do you even identify a moment of now? How do you even know that you're playing life from the moment of now? I've talked about it also so many different times, living in blankness, operating from a zero thought space. And then when a thought will come in, a single thought will come in. Maybe it will come in, but because you're operating from a zero thought space, you will be quickly able to identify the thought and the energy underneath it. As you identify the energy underneath it, if you are aware, you get to make choices. Do I wish to continue with this energy, or can I shift it? Those choices become available when we sit in awareness in the moment of now. In that blankness, everything happens. Everything. Your work doesn't pause. You go around doing whatever it is that you were doing, whether it is, writing your presentations, or for example, for me, this webinar every Saturday, coming from complete blankness and sitting over here. And my mother listens to my webinars all the time, and she's like, how much can you talk on any topic? So on any topic, she's like, I can't even talk for like 10 minutes or something, and you can talk, you talk for half an hour, 45 minutes, whatever it is that you do. And I always remind her, I said, I don't talk because I come from blankness. I simply come over here and sit, and my only job is to be blank. And from that space, the productivity happens automatically. The answers, whatever are needed by whoever they are needed, they will come to each and every person when I sit in blankness, because that is the frequency that I just need to hold on to. Not an external goal that I need to help 400 people. I need to do this. I need to do that. Nothing. I need to do nothing. I need to keep this space blank and this space full. And that is the only place where I like to operate from. And those choices become available every moment. This blank and this full. And that is your moment of now. This full, you will know that you're operating in the frequency of faith. Even though you might go here for a few minutes, you might be taken to a place of anger. You might be taken to a place of fear, of mistrust, of doubt, of anything. You might be taken there. But with the choices available to you, you can bring yourself to heart. And in the heart, those frequencies are all about surrender and joy and love and faith. And when you come to that space, that's the moment of now, because the heart is not where all of those future thinkings are happening from. Those are the frequencies of the mind. The frequency of the heart keep you in the zero space, in the zero thought space, in the blankness space. So operating from there and then going about your day, whatever is needed, it will come to you. That also is a knowing that comes from faith, that you don't need to do anything, and everything that needs to happen will drop on your plate. And through that, so much stuff happens. I mean, these webinar sessions happen. There's that program of Expect Miracles that runs. It's now running for 3 years. As a matter of fact, just a little reminder to all of you, Mani first gave me the number of 260 people for that program that's going to come through, 260 or 250, some such number. And within 2 days, we hit that number. 260, 280 people signed up. And then as I was looking at the number in the middle of the night, I'm zero space. It doesn't. Okay, Mani has said 260, 260 it is. No applying of the brain happened at that point. And then suddenly in my dream, one night, just 2 days ago, Mani said, increase the number of seats to 400. And then as I woke up and I remembered this, now a little bit of brain got engaged. Little bit of brain got engaged. And I was like, how are we going to do this 400? And then what is going to happen? And how will we have so many participants to 2 guides and that ratio and all of that? And it's so funny because I live in the moment of now. I totally have forgotten what these sessions, the Expect Miracles have looked like in the past. And I was talking to somebody yesterday and they said, but in the past, we used to have 2 guides with 4 participants. We always had that. And I'm asking her, really? We've had this format before, that we've had 4 participants, 5 participants to every. And she's like, yeah, you conducted them and there were like 4 or 5 participants in every group. But I'm totally blank about, what used to happen, 2 years ago, and I've totally forgotten. So whatever I remember is just barely, okay, last month we had 2 guides to a participant. And it's so funny because when I look at that, then okay, the number is 400, but I got worried. And then even before I received the answer from somebody, the only thing that I had to do was, why am I putting my mind to it? Money will suggest the solution. And as soon as that happened, I moved from this space to this space, because this is the space of surrender, saying, okay, the number has come. It has come in my dream when I was already in a zero thought space, and the number has come. And then money will find the solution to everything. So leaving it, letting it be, and simply moving into the frequency of surrender immediately brought me into the moment of now. And that is the answer space. I still don't know whether that is what is going to come through, but this is one of the answers, and money will only tell me what he wants to do and how he wants to move forward. But coming back to that, we are now at about 300 people for the Expect Miracles program. If you wish, you can go out to people and let them know that they can be here for the program. This program is free for the next month. One of the experiences is always missing in the free program, and that's the past life regression. In the paid programs, no matter what people have paid, but they're always taken through a past life regression session. And in this one big huge program, we don't do past life regressions. But again, if you wish to do a PLR session, I tell people we offer it through so many of our PLR people who are engaged with MPFI. We offer it, and you can pay and you can get that session done. So anyways, so that was a little bit of a break, just announcing there's a free MPFI Expect Miracles program coming up starting 5th of June. If you want to put anybody into that program, here it is for all of you. All right, life waiting to happen. Life is already happening in this moment. As we speak, life is happening every moment. What energy you are engaged in, what frequencies you are engaged in, decide for you the life that is going to happen tomorrow and day after. And so you be in joy today, and that will be the space of creation for your tomorrows. That's all it is. Okay, all right. So here I am. Anything on chat? Any questions? Thank you, Ma. And somebody says you're matching the butterfly behind. Yes, actually, I think, Abhilasha didn't see the butterfly behind, but she created the sari for me, I think, very much keeping in mind the butterfly behind. So beautiful. All right, everybody. So living in the moment of now, living today, living in this moment involves that firstly, more than anything, you drop your expectations from the self. You drop your expectations from the self. So let's see the meditation today will take us into that space. We have a webinar already on expectations, and we already have something that talks about and also provides tools for anybody who's looking for that. But I think today's meditation is pretty much going in that direction as well. All right, everyone. So a deep breath in and release. And relax and release. A deep breath in and whatever thoughts are coming, simply let them disappear. In this moment, allowing all your thoughts to be put on hold. Disappear for the moment. We'll come back to you again in some time. So allowing your mind to become as empty as possible in this moment. And now, a little bit of visualization. So I want you to imagine yourself lying on your deathbed. You are on your deathbed. It could be the way you are today, the way you are 50 years later. It doesn't matter. You are to visualize yourself on your deathbed. However, death will come, whenever it will come, it doesn't matter. For now, you are simply bringing yourself to the deathbed. At this point, as you are on your deathbed, you are that body on the deathbed. Take a minute to look at what all emotions are you holding in this moment? What all emotions are you holding? What if this place of death is today itself, in the now? What if this is the moment that you are going to die? Firstly, imagine, and then experience the emotions, whatever emotions come up. Look at them. If this is your deathbed, if in the now, this moment has become your deathbed, if you are to leave your body this minute, what all emotions, what all thoughts come to you? Whatever the thoughts are, simply look underneath and ask yourself, what do these thoughts make me feel? So that we understand what is the frequency that you are carrying to yourself in this moment of deathbed. Whatever that frequency is, it's okay. It's just a frequency. You're carrying this frequency in the moment of now. And now, put a few years in the middle. And once again, imagine yourself on your deathbed. Whatever your frequencies are, whatever your thoughts are as you are dying in the old age, and whatever your imagination brings to you, in this moment, allow for that imagination to bring to you a few years later the way that you are dying on the bed, but the frequencies that are with you. Simply make a note of the frequency. And then imagine as if you have left the body. As you leave the body, you that are not the body is going to rise above the body. And so you will see a body just being there, and you rise above your body. This is your energy. This is the real you. This is the moment of transformation. And as we have heard from so many, that when we leave the body, we are called towards this beautiful light. And so, as you have left your body, and now You exist in the energy space. And you are going towards that beautiful light. And the light is calling out to you. See this beautiful, amazing light that is calling out to you. You're able to see it in this moment, now that you are in the energy form. No longer limited, limitless you are. And whatever the energy there is, you are energy. And now being able to see and move towards that light. And you are moving towards that light. Whatever color that you see that light to be. It could be white, it could be blue, it could be a bright, sunshiny light. You will see the light and you will know that you are being called towards it. And you're moving towards the light, and you're moving towards the light. As you go closer and closer towards the light, you can no longer separate yourself from that light. Look at you. You are completely immersed in that beautiful, bright light. Completely immersed and one with that beautiful, bright light. You don't exist as separate. You are one with that light. You are the light. You are the light. You thought that the light was calling out to you, but now you experience this part of you. You are the light. Merged with the light you are. That beautiful, amazingly beautiful light you are. Nowhere to go, nowhere to be. Not even towards the light, because the light you are. This light, this energy that you are, is your being. That is you. That is who you are. In this space of being, every energy that you are carrying is sum total of all that you were, all the energies that you were, through all the births that you were, through all the forms that you were. Everything is in this light, and you are this light. Your entire energetic imprint over all the forms, over every realm. This is who you are. You are the light. All the expectations that you had created from your body, they're an imprint, and they are part of you as the light. But you are not just that one frequency alone, even if that frequency was of fear, even if that frequency was of lack, even if that frequency was anger, that was only a limited experience in the body. In the body, that your limited experience, and you are no longer that limited experience alone, because you are the light. You are everything, everywhere. You are the light. Sit with this understanding. Repeat to yourself, I am the light. I am the light. I am not just the body. I am not the body experiences. I am not even the frequencies that the body experienced. I am whole. I am the whole. I am the source of this light. Light I am. I am a light being and I know it now. I can experience it now. And I operate from this space in the now. I operate from this space in the now. I am light. I am light. I am light. Being the light, knowing the light. Now simply coming back into the body form. As you put your energy back into the body, having been through that space of knowing, the knowing of the light that you are. Back into the body. Experience the body. You can rub your palms together and hold them to your eyes as you bring yourself for some more experiences of the body, but knowing that you are not just this body, you are light. Om Mani, Om Mani, Om. If your head feels right now a little bit light, just simply allow it to be, because it's the light. You're feeling light, you are the light. I'm floating right now. Okay. Can barely see straight. All right. Wonderful. Thank you so much, everyone, for being here. Lots and
Thank you,
So
Rima.
much. Thank
Love
you.
you.
Wonderful.
Thank you.
Love
Thank-
you.
lots and
Love
love.
you.
Thank you, thank you, thank you. Love to all
Wonderful.
of you.
Wonderful meditation.
Oh,
Meditation was amazing.
thank you. Thank you, everyone. Lots and lots of love. Thank you, everybody. Bye all.